We're live.
Ooh, it is cold, y'all. I don't know where you are, but I know where we are. It is really, really cold.
We are frozen.
We've got a guest coming up later. We think it's cold where we are. Now, where that gentleman is, it's even colder. So, welcome in tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Carnival Horizon. We are going on the ABC and U group cruise in April.
What is ABC?
Already been chewed. Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. So we're going to enjoy that in April. And we wanted to pick our guest's mind because he just got off the Horizon and we wanted to get it while it was fresh on his mind. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. There you go. There we are. Oh no.
Do you not hear us?
I don't know. There you go. There we are. we have to test on the fly. I don't know. Had to test on the fly. All right, guys, welcome in. Y'all notice how cold it is, right? Man, we think it's cold. But let's go ahead and get our guest up here because I know it's cold in the basement. We don't heat the basement at all. So let's go ahead and get him up here now. Welcome to the stage, Chris M. from Cruising Chris M.
Oh, man, those cookies were good. Those cookies were good. Thank you. You can keep me down in this basement as long as you keep feeding me those cookies. Holy cow.
Look, yeah, she had fresh baked cookies. We have to entice the guests to come on the show somehow.
All day long, baby, all day long.
You know what? That mic's going to be in the way, I bet. Dang. Y'all let us know if y'all can hear Darlene because that mic is set off from us. So as we get started, let's get into the chat. Otherwise, I'll forget and all of that. So as we say hello, it's Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
Ooh.
You said that, man. I can hear me. It's not going to be loud.
Yeah. I pulled a fast one on Mitch. I had one planned, a show planned, and at the last minute, I kind of slid it out thinking nobody would see it. He called me out on it today, so sorry about that, Mitch.
Mitch, he's not in the basement. He's in the doghouse.
That's my dog. This is my doghouse room. Yeah. You notice it's extremely cold. See, he's even saying hello to you.
That's why I said, hey, Mitch.
Yeah. No. There's Trisha. Hey, Trisha, welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks, Mitch. Worked on that over the holiday break.
You skip cruise habits.
Nope, not yet. There we are.
Welcome.
So Mitch, that was something we had to do later because we couldn't get anybody else after y'all. So she said, well, let's entice them with cookies. And it worked. Chris joined us. All right, so here we are. Hey, Danny, welcome in.
Hey, Danny.
I will be here both weeks. Yes. And there's a reason for it, Mitch. And like I said, it wasn't ready. We're still coming up with some ideas. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this real quick, Chris. So you just got off of Carnival Horizon when?
Yeah, it was December 21 through 28. It was a Christmas cruise.
That's
And
right.
yep, so we were on there with Tyler Meehan was our CD. And it was a good time. It was first one of a cruise too. So it was a very good time. I talked to Liz and Chris and Mitch and lots of other Carnival alums, and they gave me lots of great advice of what to do. And Cruise Life TV helped me out a lot to get ready for my first Carnival cruise.
So, and that's what we're doing is we're going to pick your brain, and it's not that we don't want the surprises or we want to know every little detail, but Miami's a new city to us. The embarkation process, the port, the ship, and of course the ports. So we're looking for guidance of what we need to be prepared for that we may not have run into before.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and I always try to be prepared as much as I can. This was our second time to Aruba and Curacao, but yeah, I always do a lot of research. I always watch a lot of YouTube, and that's how I found the golf carts. I think Ryan from PK Adventures had talked about those. So yeah, as much as you can prepare yourself, the less surprises there are, the better experience you can have, for sure.
And that's what we're doing tonight. So we're going to break this down into segments, and our first segment is
Port of Miami.
Oh, Chris,
It's
which
a cluster.
did you say it was fuggled up?
It's fuggled. It's the cluster cluck for sure.
Did you stay at a local hotel there?
Yeah. We actually flew into Fort Lauderdale because flying from up here in Chicago area, I usually check Miami and Fort Lauderdale. It was actually cheaper for us to fly into Fort Lauderdale and Uber over. So we did that, and I stayed at the Marriott Key Biscayne. It was right down there. It's probably about 3 miles away from the port, I think. So yeah, it's really not too far away from the port. When we woke up in the morning, we could actually see the cruise ship in the harbor and everything. So it was kind of nice.
So let me sidetrack off of our notes real quick. Yeah. You said you flew into Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
I bet his arms were tired. Okay.
They were. They were.
That's what we're doing as well. We're coming in from Atlanta into Fort Lauderdale and from there into Miami.
Yep.
So you said Fort Lauderdale to Miami, you Ubered.
How much is it Uber?
Well, I actually had a private driver, but Uber is probably going to run you, depending on what time you guys get there, probably anywhere between $60 to $80 if they're a little bit higher. My private driver was $120, but it was awesome because he came and met us right at the door. Right as soon as we picked up our luggage, we didn't have to walk anywhere because with the shared rides, you got to go to one end of the terminal or the other, and you got to go meet them. But we just walked right outside our door, and he met us right there. He asked what door we were at. I called him, and he pulled right up.
Gotcha.
So it's well worth the convenience.
So that's what we were looking at doing was that Uber.
There was a train or something.
Brightline.
Brightline, yep. I've heard people do Brightline.
And the cost for Brightline, problem with Brightline is you're taking your luggage from the airport to the train, from the train to an Uber to the hotel.
Right.
And it's going to be about the same thing. So
right. So yeah, the Uber I think would be anywhere between $60 to $80, I think. And also if you have Lyft as an app too, I check them both because I do use both apps. And usually one's about $5 cheaper. And when you're saving pennies like I do, I try to save pennies when I'm a teacher. So
Oh, he's a teacher. You didn't tell me that.
Oh, my bad. He's a teacher.
Yes.
I actually forgot who it was.
So yeah, I compare both apps when I do Uber or Lyft, and seems like Lyft seems to be a little bit cheaper in the Florida area.
See, and that's what we noticed too. And they are, I'm with you. I think they are a little bit cheaper. Sometimes it's, I'm tired. I don't care. It's worth the extra 10, 20 bucks.
Right.
So, all right. We're not driving in. I don't care about it as far as driving. What I do care about, though, is going to be the traffic. Is there construction going on there?
There's construction around the port, and the thing about Port Miami is you got that tunnel to go through. So depending on what time your boarding time is and what day of the week it is, Miami can really be bad for traffic. We actually disembarked on a Sunday, and Port of Miami was horrible. It literally took over an hour for our ride to be able to get in the port to pick us up.
Wow.
So on disembarkation, when we got there, let's see, we got on the ship on a Saturday because it was an 8-day cruise, and traffic was really bad on Saturday. Once we got into port, getting to the port wasn't too bad. But depending on what day you're going in, obviously if you're going in through a weekday, you've got the normal Miami traffic. If you're going on the weekend, Port of Miami is, either the first or second busiest port, depending on which quarter you're in. So they're going to have a lot of traffic, and it's pretty tight in there. I don't think it's as well laid out as Port Canaveral is from a traffic standpoint. So it can be very, very busy.
So, and that's what our itinerary, our leave date, our return date, everything is identical to what you just did. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing you might want to make sure of is when we left from Terminal F. When we returned, I believe we returned to Terminal G because there was a larger ship in Terminal F when we came back. So whenever if you're trying to plan a return trip through your Lyft or Uber, you just want to make sure of that. So check your documents.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know our board time yet. We are going to try and get an earlier embarkation, of course. We're doing Premier. I think it's Premier. So we have
some perks.
Yeah, some perks, priority boarding and stuff like that. So
like faster the fun kind of thing.
That's what I can only gather is that it's like faster to fun. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Catch up in the chat real quick. It was a clusterfuggle. That is priceless. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. What did Mitch? Oh, yeah, my bad. I knew I was using Mitch for something. That was the wrong one.
He's teaching people how to.
There we go. This is where we were. Yeah, we got to learn how to use the smart elevators. If all else fails, we'll take the stairs, or be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Actually, the smart elevator is not that bad. I've got a video coming out, I think, next week in a smart elevator. So it's really not too hard to work. And the videos run, at least they worked when I was on the ship, above each of the elevator banks. So,
everybody does shows about etiquette and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a small person. I'm not huge, but I'm not a small person.
Right.
And when they're trying to get on the elevator before I get off, I go back to days that I was allowed to push people around.
Yeah.
And just kind of meet them at the door, and they're like, "Oh, okay." It's
our ship was sold out. Being a holiday cruise, and I really didn't find that much issue with the elevators, to be honest with you. The only time it was really crowded is after a show right there by the atrium bar,
Yeah.
or whatever the main bar is right there where the big LED screen is. Those elevator banks got really busy, but really people were actually pretty good
Well,
this
good.
cruise.
They were in the Christmas spirit.
They were.
Yes,
We ran
they were.
into it, and sadly enough, it's the younger group that were doing it, and
Right.
it's a little corrective action. It was nothing major. It's just
Go home training.
yeah. Hold up a second. We're gonna get off, and then you can have it and do whatever.
Right.
Josie Ann,
Yeah.
welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. Well, Mitch, I'll tell you how that goes after April, so I may do the same thing.
Well, we had a pretty good Facebook group, and believe it or not, I actually led the Facebook group, even though I'd never been on a Carnival cruise. And I had a great moderator who put on a couple of videos about smart elevators. So if you're in a Facebook group, try to post as much stuff as you can. Actually, Randy from Scrow's Nest joined our Facebook group too and put out a lot of videos about using a mobility scooter, which of course, when I cruise, I used a mobility scooter too. So that helped me out a little bit too. So, that's really nice.
That's a great idea. I didn't think about that. So we'll have to get one of the mods in our group to do that. Because we have the award-winning moderator in here.
Oh, absolutely. Danny D.
I know she's
She's
around
in there
here.
somewhere.
Yeah, I saw her. Scott, welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know it's not cold where you are. Here, it's frozen. But where he is, oops, wrong way.
It's sub-frozen.
It's cold. Yeah, so we looked at Brightline, and it's not a no, but it's not high on the list yet.
Right.
We were going to be handling our luggage more than we wanted to.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll pay, like you. I'll pay for the convenience.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Kimberly, welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight on this cold night. He is teaching us everything. And this is one of the reasons, just one of the reasons I didn't want to drive. Miami traffic sucks.
Yes.
And so
not to mention you'll probably pay about as much as you did for your cruise to park.
Yeah. Well, so we're doing 2 vacations in once. We're flying down, which is just about the cost of the cruise, and then we're actually cruising. So
yeah, flights have gotten pretty ridiculous here lately too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hope there's not an event, but there we go.
So Super Bowl is that week. No.
Super Bowl.
No, I'm sorry.
It's in February.
That's 27. I was thinking something else. Never mind. All right. So, all right. Inconsiderate driving. Yeah. So, all right, where were we? Let's get this comment in here. Kimberly says, I'm cruising out on Sunday out of Miami, and they're already warning regarding the construction. Yes. That's huge. Kimberly, let us know when you get back. We're still a couple months away, but if it's like everything else, if you've got it now, we're going to have it in April. And,
yes.
We're staying at Blue Lake.
Blue Lagoon out by
Blue
the airport.
Lagoon. Yep. Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, I did a resort for a day. First time I cruised out of Miami, we stayed out that way by the airport. There's nice hotels out that way.
We got a group deal with our group at a Hampton Inn.
Okay.
Yeah, Hampton Inn. So we're doing that. That thing's going to kill me. Go. Okay. Sorry. Little things. Paul, welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. And so this is the thing that I don't think people realize. Once you know this little thing right here, I think a smart elevator does what it does.
It does.
It
So
only does what it's told.
exactly.
And what a lot of people don't understand, if they're have mobility challenges, if you're in a walker, scooter, or wheelchair, you should use that handicap button because it will keep the doors open longer and make sure you get a mostly empty elevator too.
That's smart. Yep. Yep. Mickey, welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. And there's Mandy. And what does Mandy get?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. All right. So, you okay? Yeah, absolutely. There's some things you can't deny, and that's it. So,
not this year we can't. Every other year you can.
Yeah, they weren't always this way.
No.
So we've never been. First time going. Port of Miami. From the time you get out of your ride to the time you get on your cruise, do you have any tips for those first timers?
Okay, I always use the porters. I always give them a couple bucks per bag. That way they will take very good care of your bags. They will meet you right there by your car or wherever you're being dropped off at. So I give them the big bags, let them take it, and then just follow the crowd. They will take you in. Make sure you have your boarding pass printed for Carnival. That's something I wasn't used to, that everybody specified you got to have a printed copy. So make sure it's printed, and then just go in. We didn't have to wait too long because they put us up. They checked everything, went in, and then we sat down because we got there a little bit early. And then we got through and went to the ship. So from the time that we started actively going on the ship, it took us longer to get on the elevator since I had the mobility scooter than it did to actually get on the ship. And I put that boarding video out last week or 2 weeks ago, and it shows you just about how long we had to stand in line for the elevator, and how long it really took us to get to where we were going. So it really didn't take us long. They really moved the crowds through pretty quickly.
What time did you have to embark?
We had an 11 a.m. embarkation time.
All right, cool.
Because, for me, I'm on Central Time, so I stayed up till 11 o'clock, and, I was in like group 1B or something like that, so it wasn't too bad.
That's what we do, and we haven't cruised but a handful of times, but none of them have been horrible.
Right.
Back in a previous life when we were trying to stay hidden, it was the longest time we had to wait, and that wasn't but about 45 minutes or so. So it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. What you got, Mitch? Did y'all upgrade? No, sir, I'm too cheap for that. No. I'm still playing with OBS, and StreamYard just makes it so much easier when you have guests. So that's what I did. I went back to StreamYard real quick. And that's the one I was thinking about, Kimberly, is the cruise in 27. All right, so yeah, sorry, I got to leave that up there. Okay, so we do that. The actual ship.
How was it? Good or bad?
How'd that go?
How was it?
How was it?
How is it?
The actual ship was beautiful. For being a little bit older of a ship, it was well kept. All the public areas were well kept. It was very clean. The staff was very welcoming. I mainly say Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, but the staff on Carnival seems more friendly. They just come up to approach you and, hi, how you doing? You guys need anything? And everybody was saying hello, welcome. It just seemed more so on Carnival than I have on the other ones. Not that I've had bad service on the other cruise lines, but they were just more forward with coming to greet people. And they had 2 gangways open. So we were in the gangway that came in by the atrium bar, or the main bar area that had the LED screen. And then the other one came in by the other set of elevators. So I'm not exactly sure where that one went in at. But ours came in on the lower level, or on the upper level, so we didn't have to go up as many elevators. So,
and I think the other one is towards the front of the ship, from what I can tell. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
What was your favorite thing about the ship?
My favorite thing about the ship was getting able to actually do a behind the scenes tour, because none of the other cruise lines offer an accessible behind the scenes tour. That was the first time I've ever been able to do that. Being a cruise ship nerd, geek, whatever you want to call me, I loved it.
So they took you down to, is it I-95?
We got to go down to I-95. We didn't get to go down to the laundry area, and there were some areas that we couldn't get to. They showed us videos of it, but we went to I-95. We went to the crew bar, went to the crew galley, got to talk with the head of HR for a while. Went up to the go meet the captain, and my wife and I were the only people in the handicap accessible group, so we actually ended up getting our group photo with just my wife, myself, and the captain.
Man,
That was cool.
yeah,
it was a professional photo, by one of the photographers. So,
being a logistics person, that's what I would love to see, because the volume of stuff they move around and all of that.
Yep. But yeah, I really enjoyed the behind the scenes tour. The brewery tour was awesome. I don't know if you guys are beer drinkers or not, but they definitely feed you full of beer when you do that. And it was only $35 a person. It was great doing that. Favorite part of the ship, I really enjoyed the ocean view area. They had trivia and stuff back there. The Havana bar back in the back. They had Latin music. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of it. So,
okay, so you're behind the scenes. That is a onboard excursion, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's an onboard excursion. As soon as it opened up, or as soon as it became available, I did book it ahead of time, so it was paid for, and it was on one of the sea days towards the. It was after we left Curacao, so it was the first sea day after we left Curacao, I think.
All right, cool. All right, so you got. Yeah, I'll say it this way. What is your must see or do on this ship?
Celestial Strings. You must see that show. I am a theater person too, and that show is so amazing. And they say Carnival, or as they say, Royal Caribbean has the best shows, which I agree. They've got Broadway shows and stuff like that, and those are amazing productions. But just something about the emotions and, being an audience participation with Celestial Strings, it was just that great of a show.
All right, so we've got that down. What's the next one?
Casino.
Oh yeah, the casino.
How's the casino?
The casino kind of beat me up a little bit, but I was talking to Carnival Cruise Addicts tonight, and I actually have been getting some discounted offers here lately. It took a few weeks for those to start rolling in, and I actually got offered a free room tonight, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Ooh.
And we just played consistently. I didn't do more than $100 a day. With talking with Vicky on Foodie's Vacation, she said to find just a 3 reel and play that, and I ended up with about 600 or 700 points. After the 8-day cruise, only playing $100 a day, did not go over my budget at all, and just kept on recycling the money through. My wife played a few casino games. She ended up a little bit better off than I did, but she's a little bit smarter than I am. My whole thing was to try to get discounts or a free room. So
that's what we do. We have a budget, and you do what you want to. I don't know.
Right.
It doesn't matter. But when the budget's gone, the budget's gone.
Right.
if we win and we can put back what we started with and play on their money, that's a win. So
yeah, and I consistently played each night for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I was able to recycle the money through, but I didn't walk away with, except for the last night. The last night that we were there, I said if I hit any kind of money, I'm walking away, and I hit something for like $200 or $300. So I still lost money overall because it was an 8-night cruise. So I probably ended up losing about $600, but you know, that's all right. I got free room out of it, which will definitely pay for it.
And you had a good time.
Had a great time. Now, the one thing I can say about the casino is all the time that I was in there, I never got approached by anybody offering me a free beverage or a beverage at all.
Really?
Really.
Mm.
I was not approached, not once.
Because we just got off, well, back in October, the Elation, and we had constant, it was nice, but we found out too, where they have a bar set up, you could just walk up to the bar and order it.
Right.
And once we figured that out, it's like, oh yeah, this is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So staying with the Horizon, I know they've got different food venues and everything. What is your favorite?
Guy's Burger, for sure. First time I've had it, I loved it. And then Sea Days, I loved going to Guy's Pig and Anchor for the free lunch. That was awesome. And then I'm an avocado nut too, and having the avocado toast available on Sea Day brunch was awesome. Main dining room, I thought, everybody talks bad about cruise food, but I thought Carnival was right on par with everybody else. The main dining room food I thought was pretty decent.
Well, cool. And like I said, we're not like 10 deep, but not until this last one have we had a questionable experience. Not a bad one, just it wasn't the best. So
right.
Let's say hello to a couple
thanks to Mitch.
people.
Yep. Thanks to Mitch. He said to get the filet mignon on Christmas dinner, and I did. And that was the best filet mignon I've had on a ship.
Ooh. On the Elation with us was this one, Kathy Mills.
Hey, Kathy.
I think she's going to be with us again on the ABC. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Sorry, here we go. I don't see the StreamYard logo. Ooh, it's gone.
Uh-oh.
I didn't notice that, Mitch. Huh? Oh, crap. I hadn't. No, I couldn't have bought it. We've been on the Horizon 3 times. It's a great ship. Go to the brewery, Guys Pig and Anchor, and sign up. So we don't drink beer. It's not that we don't drink. We don't drink that much.
Right.
I don't like drinking.
Yeah. But I like to see the science behind it and again, the logistics of how things are done. So
right. Yep. And the brewmaster, was very friendly with us, and they pretty much have free reign of what beer they brew. So that was really nice, get to talk to him. And, he told us when he was going to actually fire up everything. And so we got to see the whole process.
And all of that is done on that ship, right?
It is. Yep. It's right there in Guys Pig and Anchor. They got the glass windows and everything.
Yeah, that in itself is pretty interesting.
Yep.
Jennifer, welcome in. I think they just got back, in fact. They may be flying in today. I bet they're on. Trisha says, embarkation day, skip the buffet and go eat lunch at either Gigi's Asian Kitchen or La Casina del Capitano. Yes, that's what we understand as well. And a side note to that is even go back to the Havana bar area because it's usually quiet.
Mhm.
So
It is. Yeah, my wife ate at the Gigi's. She really loved it. So, and we ate at the Cucina del Capitano one night or for lunch. And that was really good too. So,
I think that's what we're going to try and do is get in the free ones
right.
because again,
Cheapskate.
I'm cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean,
it's you got 4C days, so yeah, absolutely take advantage of it.
did Andrew like the brewery tour? Okay, cool. So Jennifer, I'm so far up in the chat, but be sure and put in here if y'all have made it back yet. I know that y'all are going from Caribbean to the Arctic. Oh wow, we're so far behind.
Oh, it's strings, not string.
Yeah, strings like
Okay.
violin
Up at string.
string.
In about
All right.
2 or 3 weeks, I've got the full show coming out. If you want to see like a little preview, and I've got some previews of some different songs coming out on my channel here in the next several weeks. So
I do want to see it because the ones that we've been on, there's certain times that we'll find they're not wandering. They play in the atrium or
Mhm.
by the casino or something like that. They're one or two people or something, and we started following them. We find out when they were doing their next show, and they do repeat some, but they were good enough that we would sit and listen to them for a minute.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep, and they do a pre-show where they come up. If they shine a spotlight on you, they'll take your name and room number down and put it up on a tree. And if they select your name, post-show, you will go get to have a table-side champagne bottle of champagne, and you can watch the post-show out there. So
that would be cool.
that was really nice.
That would be cool.
I didn't get selected for that, but so I mean, we got our name on the tree, but we didn't get selected for the post-show.
Dang. Keisha, welcome in. Stay warm and keep that stuff where you are because she had snow and stuff all over the ground. Does get a free room out of it. I'm trying to catch up everywhere. Ba-dum. Jennifer says Casino on Horizon was good to me and my mom. She played the quick hits next to the Hufflepuff and went every day. Oh, yeah. If you can do 100 and 200, man, please.
Yep.
We saw a lot of small write-ups this week. So that is what we normally get. We get the, hey, you and a companion drink in the casino. And when we come off of the elation, we had 2,007 points.
Well, with all of my casino offers, even with the discounted rooms, they're giving us free drinks in the casino. So for myself and a partner, which is nice.
Yep. And as long as you don't spend more than the budget, it's a win. It's entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment money for sure.
Yep, it is. It is. All right. So let's get into this. All right. Where are we? 740. Okay. So this is the one where we don't know. We see what people show us on YouTube. We've done some research. You did the same itinerary that we're doing, the ABC Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Pick something on each island and tell us about, if you don't mind.
Okay, with Aruba, Aruba has the free trolley that runs from around 9 o'clock in the morning until about 2 o'clock. It's about a 40-minute tour. It will take you all around downtown Aruba. It's a double-decker trolley. It's open air. So it will take you all around to see all the things. It's free. It's a hop on, hop off. The only thing is wherever you hop off, you just got to wait for the trolley to come back around, pick you back up. That's one of the free things to do. When we were there in July, the I Love Aruba sign was there when we were there in December. It was not, so I don't know if it's getting repainted, refurbished, or taken out for sure. But that's usually left of the port, right when you walk out. So it's, but yeah, I really like the trolley in downtown Aruba. In Bonaire, love the golf carts.
Yep.
We reserved the Bonaire cruisers golf carts. They treated us, like kings. They asked me, I was wearing my cruising t-shirt. They said, "Hey, YouTuber." I said, "Yeah, I've got a very small channel, only about 100 subscribers." I, hand him a sticker and stuff like that. I gave him a card, said, subscribe, whatever. And he took the sticker right from me, took the backing of it, put it right on the cart. I said, "Dude, that's amazing." So yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, just taking the tour, got to see the salt mines. There was a place where they actually had rock salt in the big chunks that you could take some with you. But all the videos and stuff like that. I know Chet's going to do a land cruiser, like a sailboat kind of thing on the land. We saw those when we were down there, but we could go wherever we wanted to on the golf cart, and it was just an amazing tour. Because we could stop wherever we wanted to. We did get rained out a little bit, which wasn't bad, but as much as you get wet, you dried off that quickly. So, but we got to stop at the beach and put our feet in the water if we wanted to. Just sat around, stopped at a couple of grocery stores, got some snacks, got some beverages, and the one side is a little bit more lush, the other side is a little bit more desert and hilly. So it's a nice contrast to go between the north side and the south side of the island. But the golf carts, I can't, talk enough about that. It was just a great tour. Only took us about 5 or 6 hours, and you're there from, sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
So you're there for quite a while. But yeah, it was a very good tour. The only thing about that is it was Christmas Eve, so a lot of the shops weren't open when we were in the port. So we didn't get to really experience that. In Curacao, I strongly recommend finding a tour that's like a taste of Curacao that will also take you out to the Curacao factory. The Curacao factory is kind of like a self-guided tour, but they do have a tasting station and a bar there. And the Curacao that they actually do have there is different tasting than what the Curacao we do have here in the States. Because that is the original Curacao, and they do talk about how they actually brought the oranges over there and how, they thought that they could grow oranges, but it turned sour and stuff like that. But that's really a really nice tour to do. And then also in the downtown area, they have a floating market. Unfortunately, you can't take any of the vegetables or fruits back onto the ship, but just to see all the fruits and vegetables, and if you can get some just to sample and eat when you're right there, it's amazing. So the downtown right there, and they've got the floating bridge. Now, I think I told you guys this the last time that I was on your chat. If you go in town, you want to make sure you're on the ship side of the floating bridge within an hour to hour and a half of when the ship leaves, because it will take that long for that bridge to close once ships start coming through.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you're on the ship's side of that floating bridge. Otherwise, you may miss the ship. So, but yeah, Curacao is really nice. But that was our first time to Bonaire, and we definitely would do the golf carts again when we go to Bonaire. But we've been to Aruba and Curacao before, so and Curacao was Christmas Day, so a lot of the stuff that was normally open was not open. The Curacao factory wasn't open, but we were able to replenish our supply of Curacao by finding a liquor store downtown that was open. So it was really nice to just do that, just to walk the downtown area.
Right. I know when you told us about that, we didn't understand it. I was thinking you meant the natural bridge, and then later on, a couple days later, we actually saw that rotating one. And I'm like, oh, that's what he needed.
Yeah, that's a floating bridge there. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're in Bonaire, look for the Cruising Chris M sticker and you know
Yep.
Chris has been there.
Absolutely. Yep. It's only on one golf cart. So if you get it, you got the lucky one.
And that's what I'll do is I'll say, hey, look, can you put mine close to his? Put it on the other ball.
For sure. For sure.
So let's catch up in the chat real quick. Hey, are you going over to Rick's tonight?
I am. Yes.
All right. I'll get you out of here before then so that you will be on time over there. Mitch, I know better, I think. So Gigi's in Lucasant, Del Capitano is included at lunch, but not at dinner.
Right.
Kimberly's saying for the dining room, you have to go up 2 floors, walk all the way to the elevators, and then back down. Yep.
I'm gonna be lost every time.
It's just like the Valor. You know how we had to go down and do that. So they're stuck in Miami.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
That could be worse places stuck in.
I knew y'all were on that line. I knew y'all were coming back. I didn't know if y'all had made it back. We've got another friend. They're stuck in Miami as well because they just got off of a Royal ship. So yeah, it could be worse. You could be stuck somewhere else.
Could be stuck in Chicago.
Or the Atlanta airport.
Or the Atlanta airport, because there's nothing in it there. I had them every day. That was something that was new to us on our last one. It was cold where they had them, and they didn't look fresh, so we didn't get any.
I never saw them. I wasn't up early.
The bagels at sea on the Horizon are at the pizza place out on the back deck by the pool.
Okay. It is warm. This is so true. Was there in early December. Okay. Golf carts are a great option for Bonaire. Chris has sold us on that. I mean, to the point to where I think we're making a reservation next week. Is that no, in 2 weeks. But yeah, that's going to happen for us. I don't know about everybody else. We need to tell them about it though.
Yeah.
We can do that. Yeah. Anytime dining. We don't know what we've got. Because it changes for
we had set time dining and we were in the I want to say the Reflections dining room or something like that. So we were right across from the bar. So
that's it. All right, cool. And Trisha's taking her mom on the ABC. There you go. Yeah. And see what you do, Trish, is you do a live and you can have him on there and then we can come on there too so that we can just have all this knowledge.
For sure. Absolutely. Y'all will be experts when you get back.
Yeah, we hope, right? Which means we'll have to get another ship to go. Linda, welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Liz. Liz is on her personal channel now.
Okay, hey, Liz.
Well, and that's who we were talking about. That's who we were talking about. He texted the group and said, yeah, they're stuck. And they had to be out of their hotel like at 12 today. So
really?
Yeah. At least you know somebody there. Dizzle. Yeah. All right. So we've got Aruba, we got Bonaire, and we got Curacao. So I've got you for another 5 minutes. How was getting around on the golf carts with everybody else getting around?
Getting around the golf carts is really easy. There are a couple places where, in Bonaire, there's a lot of one-lane roads, and they've got traffic going both ways. So you just got, they're street legal golf carts. So they got brake lights, they got turn signals, they've got mirrors. So you just have to be a prudent driver. My wife is driving, so she'd let me video. And, we just hear or see a car coming up behind us. We just pull off to the side. They had plenty of pull-off spots. And you just got to be a prudent driver. I mean, people are very courteous when they're driving, for the most part. At least we ran into when we were there. There's tons of golf carts out there. At least we were, because Bonaire cruisers were sold out of golf carts, because there were people that were asking if there are any carts available. But yeah, they were sold out. So, there were literally hundreds of carts out there, and you can see from my video the number of carts that we were passing and stuff like that. So it's quite a few that were out there and quite a few that were available. But yeah, it was real easy to get around the golf cart. People are real courteous. And like I said, when you get around the town, we stopped at a couple of grocery stores to get some snacks that are, we don't typically see here in the States. So we like to do that. And of course, get a couple of sodas and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
So you don't let me drive?
No.
You let his wife drive.
Well, that's Chris. If y'all haven't checked out Chris's videos, you need to, because that's what sold us, or sold me, on the idea of even renting one. And then after talking with him, I think that's just going to be the best way. I want to go see the salt flats. I want to get some salt to bring back. She wants to go shopping, and I think they're opposite directions.
Yes.
And so the compromise is going to be, if I can get kind of close, or, shoot down there really quick and then shoot back really quick, because we're going to be there all day. I think we'll have plenty of time. Yeah.
And the tours will take you anywhere between 6 to 7 hours, and you'll have the golf cart up until they close. So if you get there right as soon as they open, as soon as you get off the ship, you got to have the golf cart back by 5 o'clock. As long as you're back by 5 o'clock, you're good. I mean, you can go shopping. You can go anywhere you want to. They said there's no restrictions on where you can go.
So when you went into a store, what did you do with your cart? Just put it in a parking spot?
Yeah, just put it in a parking spot and took the key out.
Okay.
So,
because she asked me about it, and I'm like, yeah, just take the key out. But I was thinking, like Costa Maya, they would just put them anywhere.
Right.
And I thought, somebody come get it and you wouldn't even know it. So
no, Bonaire wasn't really as busy. I mean, because you think about it, Aruba and Curacao are the main islands. Mm-hmm. Bonaire seems to get skipped over quite a bit. So if you look at all the cruises, very few cruises go to Bonaire. So, because the one that I went to back in July, we did Aruba and Curacao. So it didn't stop at Bonaire. And a lot of them just don't stop at Bonaire for whatever reason. So
that's what we've been hearing, is they just kind of skip over the B of the ABC island. So
right.
All right, Chris, one more minute for you. Tell everybody where they can find you, and if I can put you up here, there you go.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. I really, truly do. I am new to this YouTube stuff, but you can find me at Cruising Chris M. And all of my channels are Cruising Chris M. I am on Twitter, X. I'm on Snapchat, or not Snapchat, but Instagram, and also Facebook. You can find me as Cruising Chris M. So if you type in Cruising Chris M to any one of those channels, you'll find me. I don't have TikTok. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have it. I don't know why I don't have it. I just have never got it. I guess I'm too old for it. But you can find me at Cruising Chris M. I do appreciate y'all having me on. And please check out my channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to do it all organically. And, let's make this thing happen. So I'm not here to do anything special. I'm just a fan of cruising. Love sharing my cruise knowledge. Love sharing my experiences with everybody. And I appreciate, the fam having me on. It's been a blast.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. And not until this afternoon, when I was setting everything up, did I see Rick's thumbnail and your logo there. And I thought, oh, we can't keep him. So
oh, you can keep me as long as you want. I told because you asked me a couple weeks ago, and Rick just came back on today, and I said, yeah, I can join you a little bit later, but I might be late. So
I hope he's feeling better. I saw a short where he said he was getting there. Yeah.
Because he came on the live a couple weeks ago when he was still on the cruise, and he was sounding pretty rough. So
yep. Hey, more to see. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
Never late. Never late.
Never late. Oh, Mitch, without a doubt, happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've been married too long not to know this. I will end up doing something I want to do. So one of the things that we're doing a snorkel in Aruba. And that's the reason I asked Mitch about the full face mask is everything I've read, you can do the snorkeling in Bonaire as well. So why not kill two birds, one stone? I'll go do this for a little while. And she can go shop.
And you can take your snorkel gear with you on the golf cart because you can stop, pull over to the beach, and go hop in the water.
And that is the plan. Look at that. Dang. Yeah, be sure and check Chris, Cruising Chris M out. He is in all of our lives. He supports everybody. And as y'all see here, he's fun to be around too. So look here, there's Michelle.
Yep. I do love cruising. Hi, Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah, Greg and Michelle were both a great resource. When I wanted to cruise Carnival, I shoot them a messenger and, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And they'd always get right back with me. And now I'm watching their videos because I'm going to Alaska for the first time this summer. So not all their Alaska videos.
I actually just watched one of those. I did a catch-up day today while I was working. And so I was watching and listening. Greg did a duck fart.
Yep.
And so they were supposed to go on a glacier and dog sled excursion, but only ended up going to the glacier, which was amazing. So be sure to check them out. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep.
Mitch, I haven't got it yet. I'm still researching the ones and all of that. We're supposed to have a group meeting in 2 weeks, and I'm trying not to jump the gun because if they want to do something else, I don't want to. I don't want to buy something I may or may not be using. So we'll see. We'll see. Aquafun Bonaire is who we went with. Yeah, so I think we're going to not do an excursion in Bonaire, but just do we'll call it a shopping and
snorkeling day.
An
S&S day.
An S. An S&S. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, no. Said duck farts are yummy. The lady told her to drink it, don't sip it. Greg shot his like he was supposed to, but Michelle, like there's like 3 layers. She drank the first one and then had to go back and do it right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Amazon's usually pretty quick about stuff. So yeah, great. Gotcha. There we go. Thanks for doing that. Do it. All right, guys. So it's just about 8 o'clock. We're going to get out of here. Really would have loved to do the dog sleds too, but at least we did take the helicopter. That looked amazing to me. In my older age, I'm not as comfortable with heights, and that looked fun. And then you get up to the top of the glacier, and I don't know what they put on y'all's feet. If y'all said what they put on y'all's feet, I didn't hear that, but I'm assuming it's something so you don't slide or get your feet soaking wet. I'm not sure. Good. All right, Mr. Chris, thank you for joining us. We're going to call it a night. You got anything?
Stay warm.
Well, what's the temperature now?
Let's see. We're sitting at my phone is froze because it's so cold. We're still sitting at 1 degree, -15 feels like wind chill. So,
golly,
it is a little bit chilly.
It is a little bit chilly. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Come back next week and we'll have something else to talk about. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Hey, y'all make it a
Take
great
care.
cruise or not. Choice is yours.